guys, I'm going to be going out tomorrow and do a little flounder fishing, and I just thought I'd take a moment and talk about the setup I use to get my clients into flounder. Flounder is a ton of fun for family and friends. You're going to catch a lot of fish, but it's important that your setup is well balanced, and that makes it a lot more fun to fish for flounder. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we've got sanddabs and flounder. Throughout the country, they may be called other things such as fluke, but it's still a ton of fun if everything is set up just the right way. So a few things that you need, and I'll get into the rod and reel. The first thing is you're going to want some type of stainless steel. This is called a stainless steel trout salmon egg rig. You can also find these, they're known as crappie rigs. And what it is it's a leader that you tie into your main line. At the very bottom, you put in a weight, and in the middle, there's two stainless steel arms, and that's where you put your hooks. And I'll show that to you in a second. You're also gonna need some hooks. And I don't buy anything fancy. I just use a bait holder hook. This is a size 6 bait holder hook. They're already snelled, ready to go. Now, depending on the area you're fishing, make sure you read the regulations. And if you're barbless, we're supposed to be barbless when you fish, you're going to need to pinch those barbs, okay? So on the rod, let's talk about the rod first. I like a super ultra lightweight rod. This is actually a kokanee rod. So when we do our kokanee fishing, these are the types of rods we use. You can get a kokanee rod in both spinning, and you can also get it in bait casting. That'll be your choice. I personally like a rod that's about 7 to 7.5 feet in length. That just provides a little more action on the tip and allows people to fight those fish and have multiple fish on at a time without getting tangled up or too close to the boat. This rod is an Akuma Kokanee Black. These are great rods for flounder fishing. I really enjoy them. On the reel here, I'm running a Flounder Tryon SP35. And on the reel, I have it spooled with a braid. Okay, so I'm using a braid on this. It's high-vis yellow, so I can see where everybody's lines are. And then I tie in a fluorocarbon top shot. This is only 8-pound leader, so it doesn't have to be very, very heavy. And then from there, that's where we're going to tie in that Salmon Trout Egg Rig. And so like I said, here's the top part where we tie in to the main line, and at the bottom here, this is where we snap in our weight. Now as far as weight goes, 1 to 2 ounces is plenty. It really depends on the current, the tide, what's going on. You want to try and keep this rig as much straight up and down from the boat as possible. So oftentimes I'm backing down to keep those lines straight up and down. Now, these leaders have 2 stainless steel arms that stick out, and that's where you're going to attach your snelled hook. Okay, just put the loop through, put the hook through the loop, cinch down on it. Really simple setup. You can have a double hook setup here. A lot of times you'll get 2 flounder at once, and that's a ton of fun for kids and family to reel in. Now let's talk about bait for a second. There's lots of different bait you can use for flounder. I like calamari, so I buy frozen calamari, and I take the hoods and I cut them in half, and they open up into a flat piece of meat. I cut those into strips and then cut little squares off, so they're little 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch squares. A lot of times you can catch multiple fish on the same bait without having to rebait. You can also use earthworms. I know a lot of guys like to use earthworms. That said, just try different types of bait and see what works for you. But calamari has done a great job for us. At the end of the day, go ahead and cut off your snelled hooks and throw them away. That salt water is going to burn those tips, and they're not going to be good for another use. But it's a very inexpensive hook to purchase for flounder fishing. So I hope this information has been helpful for you guys. Get out there, do some flounder fishing. And if you like these videos, make sure you hit like and subscribe to us. That way when we have new videos coming out, you know about it in advance. Until next time, thanks for watching.